So you saying you want me to work out fasted? I can't do that. I need to eat. Stay tuned.
Gangsta Brazil.
That is my dog for sure. That is my dog. That is my dog for sure. That is my dog. Me and my dog. We get them 2 in a row. Me and my dog. We get them 2 in a row. They just keep on calling.
If you guys can relate to what I just said in the beginning of this video, then I wanted to let you guys know that you are addicted to glucose. You're addicted to carbs. You guys need it for energy. When you have a snack, you actually do get a boost of energy. When you are getting hungry, you feel cranky, low energy, cold. These are all symptoms. They're basically withdrawals away from insulin. But that's just the metabolism slowing down because your body is reducing the energy output so it can still perform the functions of your organs and your brain. So if that's you, it is really hard to understand that, you know, fasted workouts can be done. To a lot of people that I tell this to, they're just like, they're freaked out. They just have no idea about it because, you know, it's just inexperience. And I don't blame them because eating is such a regular thing in society these days, believe it or not. There's even studies on this. Like, you'll walk by the candy aisle and just because you see some candy, your mind will trigger the sugar addiction. You won't even be thinking about it and you'll grab that off the rack and you will pay for it, and the next thing you know, you're eating a Kit Kat. How many times has that happened to you guys? And then like you have some episodes where you just eat all the Ferrero Rochers in the box? No? Just me? Alright, yeah. To add to what I was saying about being addicted to glucose, you know, the body functions off glucose, and there's this myth that you need carbohydrates to function your brain. Carbohydrates just happen to be the easiest to convert to glucose. Protein and fat, they can be converted to glucose as well. And that's actually what happens when we utilize intermittent fasting. The insulin is so low and we don't have any calories in our body that our body will break down the fat, use the ketones, and perform gluconeogenesis to make glucose out of the fatty tissue. So I'm about to hit the gym, doing a back day, probably going to do some abs as well, and I'll go over why we perform better in a fasted state. That was fun, just did 25 of those. Did a warm-up set of about 10 of them. Alright, so you guys are probably wondering now, like, hey, since I'm addicted to glucose and I'm functioning off of glucose, so my body runs through that and I get low in energy, and that's really inconvenient. Well, we gotta explain why we perform better when we are in a fasted state. So the way the human body is designed, back in barbaric times, we're hunting for food and picking berries and stuff. When we cannot find food and it is scarce, we're not just gonna run out of energy and then just die. Our body's actually really smart. It boosts our metabolism up. What happens when our metabolism goes up? We have more energy to perform. So studies show that after 4 days of consecutive fasting, that's no food for 4 days, our performance actually increases by 12%. Reason being is the human body's so smart, it's not just gonna let us die. We are gonna perform better, hunt the food, hit more damn berries. Let's hit these pull-ups, and I'll get right back to y'all. Okay, so now that you know that you can actually perform better in a fasted state, you guys want to know how to get there, but you've tried and it's kind of hard to do it because it's painful, you get a lot of anxiety, and you get that fight or flight feel where you get angry and stuff. Well, to explain to you, that is something you have to go through because you're so accustomed to getting carbs for your glucose, that when you're actually using your fat and metabolizing that into ketones, it's going to be painful. So that's why people usually recommend 16 hours fasted, 8 hours window, and then progressively push the hours longer and longer. They even start you off at like 12 hours fast because so many people have trouble with it. Essentially, in the midday, when you're experiencing that really hard hunger, to me that's when your body's switching from calories eaten and switching over to burning fat, using the ketones from your fat. That's the weird thing. At first it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get adjusted, but then after, you know, for me it's been almost 3 years of utilizing intermittent fasting. I can switch on and off any day I want, and I don't have to go through a 2 to 3 week period of adjustment. Honestly, that 2 to 3 weeks is just mental strength, building up the strength to push through it. But yeah guys, after 2 to 3 weeks of your first time trying intermittent fasting, it's going to be smooth sailing from there, trust me. That was a pretty good workout. Honestly, I was killing it. I was sweating all down my neck and shit. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys back at the house. We'll talk more about fasting and how to get comfortable with fasting. Just got back home, washed up, about to go meet up my friend and hang out. I have to leave y'all with this. How you get over the struggles of initially fasting is definitely to push the limits. If you think that you're about to break, if you need to eat, the trick is to just go further. You just really need to get over that wall. That's what it's meaning. And when people fail at 12 hours, 14 hours, your internal fear of not eating is overcoming your mind. You just have to have good self-discipline and push it. And if you're not seeing results from intermittent fasting, you have to fast longer. But after you get over the initial struggles, it's smooth sailing, guys. It's all about consecutive daily fasting. From my experience, you know, if I'm doing alternate day fasting or I'm taking 3 days off fasting and then jumping back on it, one, it's harder to do that because the pain and the struggles come back. I can go on and off whenever I want. It's just that initial day back, it's kind of rough. I'll be drinking way more sparkling water, drinking more coffee, stuff like that. But after a day or two, it's like I'm right back to regular schedule. Consecutive days fasting is super helpful for long-term fasting, alright? So just don't take a break for 1 or 2 weeks, or take as few breaks as you can. Not only does consecutive daily fasting help you stay fasting, I believe intermittent fasting on a long-term schedule, that's where the benefits really shine. Just imagine getting 1,300% more growth hormone than normal for a whole year straight. That's guaranteed gains, okay? So, just wanted to leave y'all with that. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next video.